Hello, Mr. Simons. Terry and I are doing a presentation at the managers meeting in September, and we'd like to get your thoughts on the importance that we should place on building member relationships here at the credit union.
Well, I certainly am pleased to be able to take this opportunity to answer that question. Actually, I think that in order to meet our financial goals at the credit union, the members have to trust us. And in order to build that trust, we need to foster member relationships. And the best way, I believe, to foster a member relationship is that our staff is knowledgeable and fully informed about our products and services. In fact, it was interesting. I just because I knew you guys were going to talk to me about this, and I had read an article about what makes people choose a financial institution. What's one of the most important things to them? And what's interesting is that you would think it would be things like, with the best rates and good loans and the products and services, but really what was the most important to them is that when they chose a financial institution, that it would be an institution that had fully informed and knowledgeable staff, so that when they came in and asked a question to a member, if the member came in and asked a question, or a customer came in and asked a question, that they get a straight answer, that the person they're talking to really understands what they're talking about. So again, I think we can certainly foster these member relationships, but I think it's important, and it's incumbent on us as the managers and supervisors that we train our staff so that they know about the products and services that we have to offer.
And I agree with that. They have to have the trust in us in order to be able to want to keep coming back to us for things. I agree that necessarily not always is it the best interest rate out there or anything. It's a service that they've received here at Credit Union 1. Because I've had members that have called me, been denied for loans, and work with them to tell them how they can get it straightened out with their credit and stuff, and they do, and then they come back to us. They're not shopping anywhere else. So I think it's educating the members, being knowledgeable and educating the members on what needs to be done, and building that trust with the members is very important.
It's true. There's nothing more frustrating than when you call like the IRS or you call someplace and you ask a question and the information they give you is either wrong, or they don't really understand, or they just, it was interesting. I was in Europe and in France, and this is kind of the way they do things. I don't think that the concept of customer service has actually gotten through to them. So you go into a grocery store and you ask for a particular product, like where's the mustard? And what they do is, they will just send you someplace. They don't know where it is, so they send you someplace so that you're not going to bother them. So it's not trying to know where all the products are placed. It's just to get rid of you. I think we hopefully do a lot better than that in the United States, and certainly at the credit union, that when somebody asks us, if we don't know the answer, we make sure that we get the proper answer and don't just make up some answer that they don't really, that isn't really informing the member what they're asking.
Very good. I think also it could be some points that are just as simple as being polite, being genuine. The face-to-face staff, with members. Be engaging. Just, do what you tell them you're going to do. Know the products and services, but follow through with what you tell the member you're going to do also.
Right. And even dealing with the upset members, showing empathy and concern really can turn it around to where, then they understand why something happened, and, then appreciate you taking the time and letting them know and explaining it to them. And it's an education process too for the members to know how things work as well.
Well, I know it's challenging in the call center because you've constantly got to, members are always asking questions that probably sound like, well, I've never heard that one before, that type of things and it's kind of it's incumbent on us as supervisors to make sure that our people are informed. But also, the employees really have an obligation here too. If they don't, we provide all the training materials and we provide the information about the products and services, but really they should take some initiative too. And if they don't understand, because you're not going to sell something, if you don't fully understand that product, because if you're afraid the member's going to ask you some question that you have no idea what the answer is, you're not going to sell it. And I think that's so. So it's incumbent also on our employees that if they don't understand, they should challenge the supervisor. They should explain this to me, and then also throw some objections that they say, well, boy, you have a fee on this checking account. Well, why is that the case? I mean, throw some objections to the supervisor so that the supervisor can come back and say, well, here's why. And hopefully we as managers fully understand our products and services.
Right.
For sure.
What do you think that are the key elements to accomplishing this?
Well, again, I think that you have to you have to take some responsibility and inform yourself. And I think that you should definitely talk to your supervisors and challenge your supervisor and see what those objections are that come to your mind. And I think that's a good way to learn. And again, I think the best way to foster member relationships is to make sure that we are fully informed and can answer questions of the members.
Very good. Any other tips for us, Mr. Simons, with regard to what you think we could do better? I mean, we think we do a pretty good job of training our staffs towards this, but any tips that come to mind that could really assist us?
I mean, I think that's really true because I thankfully get copied on a lot of the positive comments that are from members about particular employees in different areas, even in the collection department.
How about that? Yeah.
But it's so gratifying to hear those positive comments. As a matter of fact, I keep a folder, with all the email, and I throw all these positive comments in because they keep on talking to marketing. We should be doing some testimonials, from members. I think that really get across. Specifically, I guess the biggest tip I could offer would be to make sure you're informed, read all the material, ask your supervisor if you don't understand something. And, I think it's good to have a little role playing. I know different offices, I know you, Terry, and different branch managers, etc. They tend to do some role playing and so that the member, I think, so that somebody be as a member, somebody be as the employee, and so I think they learn a lot, and I think the other employees learn a lot. So I think that kind of is helpful.
Very good.
So you guys have a lot of challenging questions.
Well, I think we're getting close to wrapping it up. We've got a pretty good idea of your feelings on this, Mr. Simons. So we just got to take the ball and run with it.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate the time.
Thanks very much.
Thank
you.
you.